Well, hello, beautiful people. It's me, Sam, from your friendly neighborhood Dunder from the Paper Company, and it is my review of House of the Dragon Season 2. I'm going to get this out of the way. This is not nearly as great and phenomenal as the first season, but that's okay. There's a lot of great stuff throughout here, some really great dialogue-heavy scenes that are just intense and riveting. There's a lot of really great character development for a lot of old characters as well as new characters. And there's some pretty great dragon action scenes. And me personally, I loved episode 7. I thought it was a masterpiece, easily one of the best episodes of all of House of the Dragon, even with Game of Thrones. And I also love episode 4. Don't hate me. I just love episode 7 a lot more. That's just my personal opinion. Let's get the whole Daemon thing out of the way. Look, a lot of people are saying, well, it did lead up to somewhere and it was worth it. Look, I'm going to say this. I did like where his character development went. I like the resolution that it had at the end. But I stand by this. It did not need to take 6 to 7 episodes to get here. It did not need to take that long. And that just shows me that the writers probably just didn't know what to do with him. It was repetitive, and there's a reason why people are complaining about it. So although I loved where it led, it did not need to take that journey to get there. So I'm just going to get that out of the way, okay? Surprisingly, I liked a lot of the side characters. I liked how they were kind of introducing them and giving them a little bit of backstory, a little bit enough to care about them. And then you get your normal characters where you just flat out hate. And then on the opposite end, where you get characters that at one point you hated, but you actually feel sympathy for. And I love that House of the Dragon and even Game of Thrones, when it was on, was able to do that, to kind of like, you have expectations for one thing, but then it turns out to be something completely different. My biggest issue with this season, okay, is that it did not feel like a complete season. And I'm not talking about a show ending on a cliffhanger. TV shows do that. But what they also do is, although they leave on cliffhangers, they're also, have this resolution to the season that we just witnessed. And this one felt like it was a part 1 to a 2-part season. And from my understanding, it had 8 episodes when it was supposed to have 10. At the end of episode 8, you're like, okay, where's the last 2 episodes? But then you realize that you have to wait another 2 seasons, or 2 years. I mean, that's my biggest issue with this one, is because it just did not feel complete. There was not a lot of things resolved, and it just felt like it just ended and it was abrupt. And so is this as great as I was hoping? No, but I still think overall it's still a really strong season. And although I'm disappointed with this season, now something can be disappointing and you still like it a lot. That's how I feel with this. This is a disappointing season because of how great the first season was, but it's still a really good season and I'm still enjoying it. That's why I'm giving it a very, very light 8 out of 10. Guys, thank you so much and take care.